Pasok.
Has about 2.5 years left until June of 2028. When it comes to infra projects and city planning, what do you think they got right? And between now and June of 2028, what can they realistically accomplish?
Ma'am, we have projects with the Department of Transportation. No corruption. One of them is making our cities walkable, bikeable with public transit. No corruption with Department of Transportation. Unlike the other agencies like MMDA and Department of Public Works, we never won a project. So there's a bright spot. I was part of the Philippine Development Plan 2023-2028, hired by ADB, and my assignment was seamless connectivity. And I observed, I asked the question, how come our planning in our country is electoral calendar? Elsewhere in the world, it's not just short-term opportunistic, but long-term and visionary. That's why the project we're doing now for LGUs, it's not just immediate action program, short-term, medium-term, long-term, and visionary, well into 2050, into 2100, with immediate. So we have 900 days of this administration. This administration now, together with the private sector, should see what is implementable the next 900 days.
Yeah, what do you think is implementable within the next couple hundred days, sir?
Yeah, these low-hanging fruits, like making our cities walkable, bikeable, safer. And our country has so much blessings. We only have 7 challenges: corruption, criminality, climate change, inequality, investments, infrastructure, and incompetence. With so many blessings, we know the problems, we know the solutions. I think all of us should really be vigilant and cajole people in government to do better, smarter. They are public servants. They are our employees, those serving in government.
Oo, alam nyo, sa totoo lang, tigilan nyo yung sa DPWH, imbis na mga inginyero, arkitekto mga kuhanin.
Yung energy mix ng bansa.
Secretary Boying, ano ba? Ba't ikaw nandiyan? Hindi ka naman
administration.
Ito si Ombudsman Boying papansin, no? Biglang pumapasok. Gusto mo mag-guess ka lang. Hindi yung magpapaalam ka. Hindi bigla kang papasok dyan. Anyway, hindi. Pinakamaganda talaga. Kasi yung mga arkitekto, very passionate yan sa sa creativity. No? Yung mag-provide ng solution. Itong mga engineer, gagaling galing eh. Diba? Hindi, yun ang lugi kay Palafox, no. Medyo siya eh. Medyo hindi nakakasingit ba? Yung hindi sila makapanalo ng mga sa DPWH. Hindi sila manalo ng projects. 'Di ba? Kahit yung mga flood control projects na kung ano man yung naisip ni Palafox, tas maganda man yung presentation, kung hindi naman ikaw mananalo ng project, wala din eh. 'Di ba? So, ayan nga, sana nga yung infra, tapos ayan, maganda. Alam daw yung mga problema. So, yung mga key problems, meron bang ganun? So, yung mga priority na mga problema na dapat i-prioridad, alam daw. So, ang kagandahan nun, use it to your advantage, no? Yung kaalaman mo sa yung pagkakaalam mo doon sa mga problema para at least makapag-provide ka ng tamang solution. Yun lang din naman siguro yun sa tingin ko yung gustong sabihin dito ni Palafox. And yun nga, no? So, may maraming mga projects. Yan, PHUAE, Free Trade Deal puts spotlights on urban planning expert weighs in. So sana nga, no, yung mga low-hanging fruit, yung mga konting kembot na lang, pipitasin mo na eh. Yan yung mga sinasabi, no? Yung mga project na almost matatapos na pag-ukulan na ng pansin tsaka panahon. So let's see, no? Isa na namang magandang abangan yan. Yung mga projects ni Palafox. Kasi alam niyo naman to, no? Isang magaling na arkitekto to. At ayun, matalino din to eh. No? So, ayun. Punta na tayo sa ano natin. Sa susunod nating talakayin, no? And yun nga. Panalo tayo dyan. Siyempre, lahat pagka may mga karagdagang infra sa bansa, mamamayang Pilipino ang panalo. Bahala kayo dyan, may masama. Hindi para sa akin yata itong vlogging. Anyways, punta na tayo dun sa ating susunod na talakayin. No? Malay nyo naman makachamba tayo. Asan na to? Kakasuhan si Bong. Wala bang video nitong kay Teves? Eto. Punta na tayo dito sa susunod nating topic. At syempre, magandang araw dun sa mga bagong dating kagaya ni Ma'am Susan Susan Lars sa ayun, basta Ma'am Susan Lars. Ayan shoutout sa iyo Ma'am Susan. Ma'am Delia Rosario, shoutout. Sino pa? O yan. Ulit, happy Friday. Syempre punta na tayo dito sa ating pangatlong talakayin. Basahin na lang din natin. Ito medyo bad news to no? Sabi rito, Manila Court acquits Arnie Teves ba't ganun? Manila Court acquits Arnie Teves, two others. Dapat and two others, no? Hindi ko alam. Manila Court acquits Arnie Teves, two others into 2019 murder case. Sabi dito ni Giselle ng GMA. So, Manila Court acquits ganun nga natin, resize nga natin. A Manila court has acquitted former Negros Oriental Representative Antonio Arnie Teves Jr. and two other individuals in 2019 murder case. In a 35-page decision dated January 5, 2026, Manila Regional Trial Court, Branch 15, Presiding Judge Eduardo Ramon Reyes said that Teves, Richard Cuadra, and Rolando Pinile were acquitted of the crime charge against them for failure of the prosecution to establish a prima facie case. The demurrer to evidence filed by the three accused were granted. Putz pa na. Grabe, no? Pero may panalo lang dun sa meron pa nakabinbin pa rin dyan na ibang mga kaso Ito sabi, the case stemmed from three murder